Hi, it's Alan Mendelson, and let's talk about a subject that's dear to our hearts. The IRS audit, and our chances of getting picked for an audit. Your chances of getting picked for an audit, and my chance of getting picked for an audit. Look, I'm not a tax professional, but I have been a news reporter for many, many years, and every year I always report on tax audits and your chances of being picked for tax audits. And I've interviewed tax professionals, IRS officials, and I've gone through tax audits myself. In fact, I even went through the big taxpayer compliance measurement program audit, TCMP, the big mother of all audits. I went through it. So my information is pretty darn good about your chances and my chances of getting picked for an audit. First of all, your chance of getting picked for an actual IRS audit where you have to go down to the IRS and bring your bundle of documents, those chances are pretty slim. Your chances of getting picked for an audit overall are about 1 in 100. That's a pretty good chance that you're not going to get picked for an audit. But the reality is every single tax return is audited. It's checked over. Your information is compared with the information that the IRS has on its computers. It's going to happen, all right? So you may escape an audit, but you're not going to escape a check over by the IRS, all right? So let's talk about the basic simple errors that will result in a letter and possibly a bill from the IRS, or maybe even an audit. The number one error that you make is that you omitted a tax form. Now, these tax forms might include a 1099 for a part-time job, or a 1099 for bank interest, or a dividend that you received, or maybe you forgot to include a W-2G or a 1099 for a casino jackpot. It happened to one of my ex-wives. I've had multiple ex-wives, but it happened to one of my ex-wives who was the video poker queen of Las Vegas. One year, she forgot to give me one of the W-2Gs she received for a royal flush that she got at a casino. And with the letter from the IRS came a bill. And I responded to that letter and bill with a simple handwritten note that said, "You're right, we omitted this, I'm sorry. However, we had the losses to offset this win. So please remove the additional tax that is owed." And the IRS accepted that. So we were not billed the actual extra tax money that year. All right. But you don't want to omit these forms. You want to make sure you catch them all and report them all, because the IRS will catch them all and will know what should have been reported. Number two, you want to make sure that when you don't make any math errors. The IRS will catch all of your math errors. There's no getting around it. So make sure you don't make a mistake with your math when you file your tax return. All right. Now, what might trigger an actual audit? You'll get a letter from the IRS telling you to actually come on down and talk over the problems. This is when you make too many problems, or the problems really stand out. Then the IRS is going to want you to come in, and they're going to want to talk to you. Years ago, when I got audited, the first thing the IRS auditor said to me as I walked into his office was, he asked me, "How are the kids?" "How are the kids?" I said, "Hey, my kids are great. Thank you very much for asking." And I said to him, "Gee, I'm curious why you asked about my kids of all the things to ask, but very nice of you to ask, how are the kids?" And he said to me, "You'd be surprised how many taxpayers walk in here and I say, 'How are the kids?' And they'll say, 'What kids?' And then I'll say to them," the auditor said, "the kids you claimed on your tax return." So look, you got to get your story straight. You don't want to claim kids you don't have, okay? So you want to report your income, claim the right number of kids that you really have, and you don't want to have glaring errors that are really going to stick out. All right? This year, the IRS will be looking closely at cryptocurrency transactions, cryptocurrency accounts, home office deductions, because many of us worked from home during the pandemic. They're going to look at taxes on unemployment insurance benefits. Did you pay the money you owe to the IRS for those unemployment insurance benefits, whether you had withholding or not on your unemployment? Also profits on real estate and profits on your stock sales and your stock transactions. A lot of people made money in real estate this year in 2021 because home prices shot up and the stock market shot up, and the IRS is going to be checking for that stuff. So, you want to be careful you have the right numbers done. They'll also check carefully to make sure your deductions match your type of job, match your profession. If you're a traveling salesman, they'll expect you to have some expenses for travel. But if you're a bookkeeper working from home, travel expenses might be questioned. Take a look at that. Or if you're employed, travel expenses, and you're employed by a company, travel expenses might be questioned. Remember, if you have tax issues, call my friends at Legal Tax Defense. They'll give you a free consultation. Call them at 800-231-3321. That's 800-231-3321. They'll give you a free consultation. They'll probably be able to help you with your tax problems, or tell you how to fix your tax problems yourself. Don't lie. The IRS is watching. They watch everything. I'm Alan Mendelson. Thanks for watching, and watch for my next tax tip. Bye-bye.